Hi guys, it's Simon again. Sorry about that. Dad had come up to get me to feed the dog, but I fed him like 2 hours earlier, so turns out that was a false alarm. So I'll get back onto the important thing that I've separated into part two. Now, many people will know that I'm an avid Big Brother fan. I watch the show literally non-stop. Last year in the UK, however, it was a little bit twisty-twiny, twirly. You can see from my reaction from Series 15 that some things didn't go down the way that I wanted them to. As in, Katie didn't win, Callum didn't win, and Michelle didn't win. Big bad mistakes, as I think they should have been the top three, but that's none of my business. There we go with that. But the year improved a little bit. The civilian version picked up steam a little bit, and then it really picked up steam when Mark O'Neill went in, and then he was evicted, and yeah, we got a snoozer of a winner. And then we moved on to the UK versus USA theme, which was a big improvement, and James ended up winning that one, and I was oddly happy about that. No, actually, I was properly happy because Scoop was my favourite, then he got sent home, which was sad, but James moved up in my predictions and Austin went to second. So I predicted the top two properly. That was good. And so I've jumped onto this season in the UK now, and they're quite a good bunch. They're raucous, but they're entertaining. Or with the exception of John Patridge, who is just borderline evil at this point. But there is one housemate in particular that everyone who knows me personally knows that I gun for completely. And that's Tiffany New York Pollard, who you may remember from The Flavour of Love. She was The Flavour of Love being this rapper dating game show sort of thing, similar to The Bachelor. Anyway, she was on it like twice and got rejected by the same guy twice. And at the runner-up position too. So that was really painful to be played like that on television twice. But she's rebounded and she's branded herself the head bitch in control. And she's quite clearly the queen of reality television and the queen of most GIFs I see on Tumblr. Notable ones being "You look like Luther Vandross" and "You hate Nas, bitch, all fraudulent." And that's the last time I impersonate her. Oh dear. This is just clunking. I'll get to the point quickly. So, you'll clearly see her a lot on Twitter. There's that photo, yeah, where she's sitting on the bed like this. Like, not bothered at all. And that's her. Well, quite clearly you can see I like her a lot. Otherwise I wouldn't be mentioning all this stuff I've found. I think she's a good housemate. She's quite entertaining and quite clearly the only one that can scoop the crown. Like, after 2 times of getting second place, this year is her year. She's previously like the Raven of Flavour of Love or the reality television world. Not for long, because I think she's finally going to win something. But I uncovered a little bit of shock horror in my plans, because Tiffany was nominated for eviction this week by Jeremy McConnell. Now, I don't see why, because people are saying that he hasn't reacted or talked with Christopher, so why didn't he nominate Christopher? Honestly, even though I think that he's improved massively from X Factor, I feel as though Christopher's flying under the radar. And that may work with nominations, but when all the housemates go up and it's a public vote, he's going to get completely forgotten. Unless he develops a strong kind of push thing like Ash did in Power Trip, it's not going to last long. And it was the same thing with Kavanagh. Even though I liked him, there were a lot of people who didn't, and his fandom of people who liked him was pretty small on the BB Spy polls, so it was kind of inevitable that he was going to finish 7th. But anyway, enough with Christopher's flying under the radar, more about the urgency factor of Tiffany. She is up against John Patridge, who I want gone, Christina Rianoff, who I would want gone if it was a double, but, you know, keep her in, get John out, and Daniela Westbrook, who has improved her behaviour this week. Not that it was bad, it's just now she's becoming a bit more noticeable. Anyway, these are all good characters. Well, good depending on the way you look at John Patridge, who I think is a bad character. And Christina's kind of bad as well for tagging on with him. But Tiffany is one of the best housemates in there this year. Do not let her go like you did with Mark, like you did with Cammie, like you did with Chloe, like you did with Michelle, like you did with Katie Hopkins, like you did with Callum Best, like you did with Scoop, like you did with Farah. Seriously, if she's out before the final, this series is pretty much over. So, if I tilt a little bit closer to the screen, so I can get a little bit more of me in, it's up to you, the British people, British viewers watching this will mainly pertain to you. It is up to you to vote to make sure Tiffany stays in this competition. Because at the end of the day, it's down to you guys at home to vote. So, if you feel the same love for the head bitch in control as me, you need to vote for her. Don't think, oh, she'll be fine, because the honest fact, they are not fine unless you pick up your phone and vote. So here is how you do that. To save Tiffany from your landline phone, you need to call 090 20 44 24 15. That's from a landline to save Tiffany, 090 20 44 24 15. Or from your mobile, dial 644 24 15. That's 644 24 15. Calls to the landline number will cost 50p plus your network access charge, whereas I think mobiles will just cost 50p. I'm not sure if they're voting from the Big Brother app, but check the Big Brother app just in case, because if you vote there, 2 votes will cost you 99 pence from your iTunes account. The voting will close in 2 days' time on the eviction show. So it's important that I'm getting this out there now, and I coupled it with that because there's tomorrow and then there's the day after, and that's the eviction. So I do not want her gone. Simple as that. You need to vote for Tiffany. So I'll reiterate the numbers again. Landline 090 20 44 24 15 and mobile 644 24 15. The short number costs you 50p. I just read from the bottom there. Okay, so that's pretty much that. So, here's your task. Watch the videos on the VEVO Certify Challenge, in particular the top 10, and vote to save Tiffany Pollard on Celebrity Big Brother UK 2016, or Series 17, whichever you want to call it. That's pretty much fully it for me now. I'm eager to see what my next reaction video is going to be, because I glumped a whole lot of things together, and there's a Yu-Gi-Oh list on Watch Mojo. Like, my childhood is complete with the High School Musical reunion that was announced today. So, I'm excited to see what this Yu-Gi-Oh list entails. I know it's the top 10 duels, and I really hope it's in my reaction folder for tomorrow. Anyway, until then, I'm signing off for tonight, and there's really, in this case really, nothing else left to say, except for maybe, it's good to be back. There's now, really, nothing else left to say, other than, bye guys, see ya.